Hi, this is In the Middle
with Kes and Jamie. Well, I mean, listen, people may like or may hate Trump, but the fact of the matter is, it's a free internet, it's a free society, and free information. And if he wants to be on the internet, and if he wants to do this crowdfunding, it's absolute right and
crowdfunding
ability. Well, I mean, but still, I mean, that's his supporters and everything else. And so he has a right to do it just as much as some of these other scam artists that I've seen out here, or other kind of groups. And so I'm not calling him a scam artist. I'm just calling, but I'm saying that these other people, they're allowed to do it. They're actually criminals. He's actually the former president. I mean, and so he's wanting to do something, and if he's wanting to put that out there, I may not agree with him. But I will defend and support his right to be able to do that. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, he should be able to do it, but maybe I think that
it's part of the free society. If you're going to start selecting, winners and losers,
where's that line?
Yeah, we can't.
Will he be successful? I don't know. I think he will to a certain degree.
That certain crowd that he's always going to appeal to is always going to be there. They're always going to be in his favor, and the reason why is because he has spoken to a group of people that both the Republicans and Democrats, the principal main establishment of each party, has really ignored. And they still don't get it. I mean, they still have not tried to listen to those people and why they were drawn to Trump and why they were so attracted to him. And it pisses me off when I'm just thinking about it, because I mean, all they had to do was take a minute and listen to these people's concerns, their fears, why they felt like that.
That's an interesting one. There is a tendency, I've read about this, and I believe that a lot of the people are now, or at least during the pandemic, had some downtime and were able to come up with ideas of their own business. Right. At least that's what I'm understanding. That's my understanding. Is that what you?
Yeah.
So basically, I think the point of the matter is that they had the time. They were able to finally figure out what it is that they wanted to do. Maybe we're able to save some capital and then invest in themselves and invest in their business. I think that's kind of where it's going.
And I think that actually the situation where the need and demand and urgency of the situation.
I think it's a huge case. It is a very big case. Obviously, Epstein himself is not there to be tried, and she is taking it for the both of them. It's insane how it's taking and putting people from all over the world on the picture and really raising their efficacy and just generally, the personalities and characters and morals and things. I mean, look, yes. By being on the plane, it doesn't mean that you were involved, but you being on the plane one or twice or three times, knowing that you were at this villa when others are testifying that things were happening there, she was bringing those girls in.
She's procuring them. She was procuring them and grooming them for him and all the others that were involved in that. I mean, this is obviously a sex and power trade-off kind of thing. I mean, it is a trial, not just, like you said, not just of her, but for Epstein, because she's staying as proxy for him. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the evidence is, and the evidence will be held up by the courts and so forth. Well, as we talked about last week, or one of the earlier episodes, I trust the jury system and the court system here in the U.S., and that justice will be served. Hopefully. But I mean, hopefully, but that doesn't necessarily happen in all the cases. But there's so much damage that's been done here, and it was done in such a controlling, manipulative,
it's involving
offensive way.
Big names around the world, and it's scary. But we'd like to see how that turns out.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's a lot of them shaking their boots, if you will.
Yeah.